going on?
Let me get my unmute right. What's up, guys? How's it going?
Hi. We are so glad you are joining us today. Welcome.
I really appreciate it. Thank you.
So I just want to read a brief bio so everybody knows exactly who we are talking to, because he does a lot of things. So I'm 100% from Atlanta and I'm 100% Nigerian, Kelechi says on stage before a comedic pause and a mischievous smile. So he's 200%. Kelechi is many things: a rapper, singer, producer, engineer, and a first-generation American born to two Nigerian immigrants on Atlanta's north side. Kelechi's quarter-life crisis, also the name of his debut album, began after dropping out of college to pursue music professionally against his parents' wishes for a more stable career choice. His first buzzing single, Want, won him a $50,000 grant toward an album. Okay, anything is possible, y'all. All right, and was his first taste of national attention. The resulting project, Before the Quarter, was enough to put him on the list of new artists to watch and put him on the road with Chance the Rapper and Wale. Kelechi followed up Before the Quarter with Quarter Life Crisis, an album featuring RCA's KeepCool, signed songstress, duo VanJess, and fellow ATL northsider K-Camp. The grassroots success of Quarter Life Crisis led to Kelechi being tapped to perform at the 2019 Super Bowl Festival in Atlanta, cementing him as an artist to be reckoned with on and off the net, okay? And after joining Jadenna on the 85 to Africa tour, Kelechi has his new founded fan base for his next pair of albums, Going Home and 285. With that being said, again, welcome, brother Kelechi.
Wow, thank you so much. It's crazy hearing all that all at once.
so glad you are here. Kelechi and I go way back, and it's been amazing to see you grow, watch you.
Same to you.
It's mutual. And we're here joined by so many special guests. Of course, yourself and others. I do want to take a moment to recognize Daniel Blackman, who will be Georgia's next public service commissioner, who's on the call, and we will be hearing next. So we just want to say hello.
Okay,
Yes. And so, Kelechi, we are thankful you're here with us. We want to learn a little bit about your journey because you have performed twice in the last month at two of Warnock Campaign events. Let's just talk about that. What was it? What was the importance of you getting out there on stage to get the vote out?
Both of those were great shows. It was super special, honestly. Of course, like with COVID going on, like those were my first shows from like that I've done in 13 months. So that was the first time that I've been on stage. And it felt good that the first time that I was coming back to like do shows was for such an important cause. And it was great. The first one was in South Cobb. We were at the epicenter in South Cobb, and it was really cool to see like literally where I was from come out and support in an election that really has the potential to like mean something as far as the functionality of our government. And seeing people from where I was from was really cool. Going like, you know, being like in South Cobb. And then when we did the show in Stone Mountain, that was like they had reached out to the international community, and that's where I had seen you at the rally. And it was dope seeing so many different cultures kind of form like a Voltron and come together to like for one cause. There was the Asian Americans for Warnock and Ossoff, and there was a lot of West Africans, and then there was the Ethiopians, Eritreans, and then the Latinx community came out. And it was cool seeing everyone come together for one cause. I think that was my favorite thing about the shows, was like the unity there.
I love that. And that's exactly what's happening tonight. And you are the product of two Nigerian immigrants, and you're very proud of that story. I remember being at one of your concerts several years ago, and your mom was in the audience, and I remember that moment. So what does it mean to you to be a product of immigrants? What power does that have for you?
I think that, and I don't want to speak for everyone, but I think a commonality that I've had, like when I have these conversations with people, is like with first generation Americans, is that there's a bit of pressure because you understand that your parents like made a conscious decision to come to a foreign place in order to give you better opportunities. So there's pressure there, but then I think what that pressure kind of does is, pressure forms builds diamonds, or whatever the phrase is. So putting your feet to the fire, putting your mind in a space that's like, hey, I got to make something shake. It gives you a certain hope and optimism about what this country can be, because you understand that that's the reason you exist in this space, you know? So I think that is kind of what lets me look at America's potential, as opposed to maybe maybe the examples it's set thus far. Does that make sense?
Yes, it absolutely makes sense. And that was some of the points that previous speakers were mentioning as well, you know, just that that opportunity, but also like the grind. And to your point, right, a lot of times we see that pressure does build diamonds. Not all the time, but a lot of times we see that. And I will say you are a diamond in the community, and we appreciate you, and we see you. We do have a lot of young people on this call. We have young people who are tuning in. Your story, you know, it's really special. Like you dropped out of school, as you share, and you went and chased your dreams, you know, and you didn't have this like roadmap in front of you. So what lessons did you learn? What message could you share to young people out here who are tuning in tonight?
I think, man, I think that the most important thing that I can kind of share to people is that, like when you're, because like there was like the story of me dropping out of school and like chasing a thing. It's like when you're choosing to do you, however doing you is defined to yourself, the onus lies on, like, it's the very beginning is very lonely, and the onus lies on you to convince even your closest friends and family that what you're doing is like worth supporting. You know, it starts with you. So it's not even necessarily like me encouraging anyone to like drop out of school or like to do exactly what I did. More so it's like, yo, you have to figure out what it means to, you have to figure out how to define what it means to do you. And once you figure that out for yourself, you have to understand that the very beginning of that is a lonely road. Yeah. But it pays off. It definitely pays off.
Yeah. And I think you're being real right now. You know, like we're all chasing dreams. We have people who are chasing political aspirations right now. We are fighting in Georgia to get 3 people who betted on themselves, who took a chance, who took these, you know, paths that were not carved out in an easy way, just to similar to what you did. And it's not about, you know, obviously everyone's path is going to look different. Some people may go get 10 degrees and that's great. Right. Yeah. And some people may have different paths. And so I love how you're very honest about that, right? That journey is going to take place. But one thing that we know, when people come together, when that support is there, it's real. Just like we've been feeling it with this campaign, with these events, with these rallies. And as we wrap up on this election eve, Brother Kelechi, what can you tell people? What can you tell people in this moment, in this very important moment in Georgia? What is sort of your final message to voters out there to get out there?
I think my final message is to just kind of make the stakes as simple as possible. I know that there's we liken politics to sports in America, and like I don't think that we should, but in an attempt to simplify it for us, the election is not over. It is in overtime. It is an OT right now, and when you're in overtime, every point matters, every free throw matters, every foul matters, every moment matters, and right now, we're at a point to where every vote matters and every non-vote matters just as much. So if you're on the fence, if you think it's not important, if you think that, oh, we got it in the bag, or Warnock's going so hard, I've gotten a million calls, they're gonna win. No, no, we haven't done enough, you know? So if you're on the fence and you haven't, or you know somebody who's on the fence, you know, do your best. One of my best friends, I called him and badgered him the last day for the general elections. I was like, just go. And he did, you know? So I think that that's really important to like talk to the people who, you know, care about your opinion and be like, hey, get out there and vote. Every vote matters right now. We're in overtime.
We are in overtime. Y'all heard it. I love that. I love that you put it, because you're right. We got to work like we're in overtime, and we're going to get this win, y'all. Yes. So as Kelechi said, every vote matters. Tell all your friends, call them, text them, all of that. And again, Martha's putting it in the comment section. Quotes, just go.
Just go.
Thank you so much, Kelechi, for being here with us tonight. We really
thank you for having me. I really, really appreciate it. And you guys have a good one. Get out there and vote. Tell all your friends to vote. Woo! Let's go.
Woo! Let's get it, everybody. See you, Kelechi.
Peace.
Yes. So as was said in the comment section, you know, yes, your voice matters and the stakes are too high to sit this one out. Exactly. We know that to be so true. So at this point, would love to pass it to Sister Rupkatha to close out the segment. And I just want to say shout out to everybody on this call, everybody who's done something to make a difference in this election. It will pay off. It is going to make difference. And as Brother Kelechi said, we're in overtime. So let's finish the game strong, everybody.